to Bitesize Piano. In this tutorial I'm gonna teach you more or less what's being played in Miles Teller's Top Gun version of Great Balls of Fire. So this is in a different key to the original. The original's in C major, but this one is in A major. So we do have to play a quite quick sort of boogie woogie style blues around using 3 black keys. So I'm going to simplify it ever so slightly. I will show you what is actually being played, and then I will slow it down just a little bit because it is quite quick. I'm also not going to use the wide range of my piano just because I think most of you don't have a full length piano or keyboard, so I'm going to bring just a couple of the higher and lower notes just inwards a little bit. So it starts with my lowest note is out of shot. So if you don't have, or you don't like playing in octaves, consecutive octaves, which is quite tricky, you can just play singular notes. But anyway, the notes are on the screen of the intro part. So you're playing in unison. So I'll show you it singular notes first. So we have E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And then we have A, B, C sharp, D. And then we have C sharp, D, D sharp, E. So it goes up chromatically. And then E, E, D sharp, D. So I'll do all that again. So again, just showing you in singular notes. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. And then we have goodness gracious, great balls of fire. And then a glissando. So now I'll show you it with octaves, but you won't see my little finger. But I'm just playing whatever my thumb is playing. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. The chord is a chord we're going to be playing a lot. It's an A dominant 7, and I've been quite specific about the inversions of the chords as well. So in the left hand you can play octave A's if you want to, or if you don't have the lower end you can play A and E. In the right hand you could, if you want to simplify it, just play G, C sharp and E. If you want to also play the A in there, you can. It's not completely necessary because we're playing the A in the left hand. So goodness gracious, great balls of fire. And then a glissando. There are different ways and opinions on how to play a glissando. They don't feel very nice. Some people say to play it with your nails, but I find that absolutely excruciating. So what I do is I kind of get my fingers like this and I glide it along like that. So when you play it slowly, the keys don't make much of a sound. So I'm starting it from the C above this C. But again, if you don't have the higher notes, you can just do it from there. So it's about C to C, or until sort of go down until we get to this chord. Some people again think you should play it with your nails, and that's, if it doesn't hurt you that much, that's fine. But again, that really hurts, caused me a lot of pain. Maybe I'm just extra sensitive, so I use the side basically of my index finger and the middle finger there for like a support. So after we've played the A7 chord, so the goodness gracious, great balls of fire, and then glissando, and then we're into we will be using this A7 chord. So what's actually happening in the left hand is this. Because we have, as I said before, these black keys to navigate around, it's going to be a lot trickier. So because of the speed of this, having to use your thumb to play a black key, I'm going to simplify it slightly, but what he's playing is he's doubling it up these notes. So he's playing A and E, and then A and F sharp. this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's quite quick. So instead you could just half that and go instead, and that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to demonstrate it. The right hand is going to play that same A7 chord again, and the rhythm is going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or doubling up the left hand. And then it goes to a D7, so you're going to take that shape and move it here. Again, you don't actually have to play the D, you can just play C, F sharp and A. And the left hand is going to come to D and A, and then D and B. So we have same rhythm again, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then all of that moves up 1. So we have an E7, so E and B in the left hand, and then D, G sharp and B in the right hand, and the left hand is going to alternate from B to C sharp. And you're just going to do this for 1, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, for 1 bar. And then back down to D7 again for 1 bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then back to the A7 chord again. This gracious great balls of fire. So if I do all that verse again. I left your love cause I thought it was funny. You came along and you moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious great balls of fire. So that's the first verse, I guess. And then we've got the chorus. It's all the same chords now. We don't need any new chords except for the A7 is played ever so slightly different at the very end. So we have the D7 chord, back to the A7 chord, D7, and then this is a bit where we're going, I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, you're so kind. I'ma tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. So you're stabbing it, the E7 chord, in between. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, that feels good, baby. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, you're still kind. I'ma tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. And then we're back into the verse again. We're going to play it the exact same way as the first one. Obviously the lyrics are different. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm getting nervous but it sure is fun. Come on baby, you're driving me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. And then we're into the solo. So for the solo, the chord progression is on the screen. So it's the A7, the D7, the E7 to the D7, and then the A7. So it's the same as the first, and you repeat that chord progression twice. But that's just referring to the left hand, basically. So it does that through twice. So we're going to look at what the right hand is doing. Again, I'm going to bring the higher notes down an octave. It's still going to sound good. And again, if you don't have a full length piano, and then this will benefit you a bit more. But if you do want to play the higher notes, and you do have the notes, then play them higher. So after we've played the goodness gracious great balls of fire, and then it starts just after that. So we have A and E's, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's alternating between the E and the F, just like the left hand. So E, F sharp, E, F sharp. I'm not going to be overly specific with like the rhythm. You can have a play around with it. It is a solo after all, so you can be a bit more free with it. And then we play D and A, 1, 2, 3, 4. We do the glissando, and we do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, glissando. And then we move that up to E and B, glissando, back down to D and A, and then we play this again, so the A and E to the F sharp. So that's the first half of the solo. So I'm going to do that again in the right hand. So I've just played Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire. So that's the first part, just in the right hand. So if I put that together, so we have the right hand comes in first. 1, 2, 3. So I'll do that again. So the right hand is always coming in with the next chord at the end of the bar that we are in, so, and then it moves to D in the left hand, moves to E, to D, and back to this again. So I'll do all that again. And the last part of the second half of the solo is a lot easier. You're just going to play E and A over and over again. So like, and then spit again. After the solo, we are into this part again, so the chorus. So we've just played the Kiss me baby, that feels good, hold me baby, I wanna love you like a lover should, you're fine, you're so kind, I'ma tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. And then into the last verse. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I get nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you're driving me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So at the end, we have, you can play octaves again, you can keep it in fifths, and the right hand A, C sharp, E, G sharp. So this is just a root position of A7. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end. So that's the end of this video. If you would like to leave a request, leave them in the comments section below of this video. I've also left some videos here that I think you might like, so go and check those out as well. I also have a course. Visit bitesizepianocourse.co.uk and you can enroll and start learning how to read music. I'll see you in the next video.